Hi guys, salut tout le monde.
Salut.
I'm Maïa and I'm French.
I'm Charlie, I'm American.
And we're Street French. And today we're watching Lupin, or Lupin, episode 2.
So we'll see what we can learn from this series and how we can take some of this stuff and apply it when you speak French.
We'll learn some slang and I'm sure some other cool expressions.
Voilà ton nouveau coloc.
T'es là pourquoi, toi?
So already there's some interesting things here. So we shorten words a lot in French. I'm sure you've seen that. If not, we have a video on the subject. He said coloc, so it's short for colocataire. So it means that they're sharing a room.
Yeah, your roommate.
And what did he say? T'es là pourquoi toi? It's a funny way to construct a question. I'm sure you never learned that in school.
Yeah.
So you're here for what, you?
Yeah. So a lot of times they'll add that like toi, or like, you know, they'll kind of like double the subject. Like I could say, il est où ton père? It's a really common thing in conversational French. Yeah, and then a lot of times they ask questions kind of backwards, like you are here for what? Or you are here why? Toi, right? And we won't talk about that too much in this video, but if you want, we have a whole video on that. You can check it out.
C'est pas possible, vérifie encore.
Toute la nuit, je l'ai vérifié. Je te garantis que ce collier n'a jamais été démonté.
S'il a jamais été démonté, ça veut dire que cette histoire de pierre éparpillée aux quatre coins du monde, c'est de la connerie. 25 ans que je me dis que mon père est un voleur. J'ai grandi avec ça.
Yeah, it's interesting you said connerie, which is an interesting word.
Yeah, we use it a lot.
Yeah, very vulgar. Don't use that in French class, but it sounds funny to use.
It's not extremely vulgar, but it is like the first step, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But it's kind of weird because he says c'est de la connerie,
Yeah.
but I would say c'est une connerie. But I guess we could say it how he says it. I don't know. I
Yeah.
found it a bit odd, but I guess we can say it whatever way.
25 ans que je me plante.
Doucement, Hassan. T'as le collier, tu t'en es sorti. On s'en fout un peu du reste, non?
La vérité, on s'en fout.
Mais non, mais je dis pas ça, mais bon.
Yeah, he also said on s'en fout. This is a very informal way to say you don't care. I mean, it's more vulgar than that. Be careful when using that. It's really common. We say that a lot in French.
The less vulgar way would be... It's still informal, but you can say on s'en fiche. On s'en fiche.
Yeah. Or like a nicer way to say that would be ça m'est égal. Like, that's fine with me or whatever.
Tu planques un truc?
Moi? Pas du tout. Il ne croit pas.
Les enfants.
I think talking about gestures is interesting too. I mean, I'm sure this makes sense. Maybe not in every culture, but in French it means like, oh, he's crazy.
It's kind of like saying like that, right?
Yeah, il est fou.
Yeah.
This is kind of like a kid's thing to do, but you can do that as an adult.
And something that I don't hear French teachers talk about a lot is the use of like gestures and tone, and how all of that is really important when you're trying to convey a message when you're speaking, right? Like all I did was say, oh, les enfants. And it's something that I see my private French students struggle with. Like they'll tell a story, they'll be like, oh, j'étais tellement content. Like, you know, they're not like really conveying the story with emotion or anything. And then so sometimes I'm kind of confused, or people might be confused when you're talking to them.
Yeah, which is also kind of normal when you're first starting to learn a language. You're really focused on how you're going to express yourself, or the words or the structure, which is, you know, it's fine.
Yeah, it's okay. But something that I try to work with them a lot is trying to, you know, tell them about gestures and facial expressions and the tone of their voice and all of that.
Assieds-toi. T'as quel âge?
16 ans.
Tu vis seul ici, non?
Je vais avec ma mère. On va revenir.
Bah, on va l'attendre, ta mère.
You see, I did it again. Like, he said ta mère at the end. On va l'attendre, ta mère. Well, it wasn't the subject, it was the object, right? Ta mère. On va l'attendre, ta mère.
Yeah, I guess usually we would say on va attendre ta mère or on va l'attendre, because the L apostrophe replaces the ta mère. But here it's doubled. On va l'attendre, ta mère.
But he wanted to like really, you know, emphasize like mother, right? Like his mother. Really common conversational French. But I guess with this sort of thing, you have to hear French a lot to know when to do it. I mean, I wouldn't do this all the time.
Yeah, and it's a bit informal too.
Yeah.
formal again, really vulgar too. So it would be qu'est-ce que tu fais in a nicer or more neutral way.
Yeah.
But we slur it too. I mean, I don't know if we slur it or is it la chute du E, but we speak really fast. And qu'est-ce que tu fais becomes qu'est-ce que tu fais. Qu'est-ce que tu fais?
Yeah, that's not la chute du E, it's just slurring something like a lot. It's very, very informal, not standard French at all. He also said bon, right, in the beginning, like bon, qu'est-ce que tu fous?
Oh, well, is it?
Yeah, it's like well, like a hesitation word.
Bonjour. Je passe en coup de vent. Faut que j'aille à la fondation juste après. J'ai appris pour le collier de ton père.
So we forgot to talk about passer en coup de vent. So passer en coup de vent means to like pass by real quick. I'm like not staying for a long time, just like the wind, you know. Passer en coup de vent. And she also said il faut que j'aille à la fondation. So it's subjonctif.
A lot of times on Instagram, people ask us if the subjunctif is used in everyday speech, and it definitely is.
Yeah, we use it a lot.
Yeah, so it's important to know, but we're gonna have a video about that soon. I don't know how she would know where to go. It's a big park.
Oh, that is true. So she's in Jardin du Luxembourg right now.
Yeah.
And if you saw the last episode we did on Emily in Paris, I talked about these little boats. It's an old tradition.
Also, when you say Luxembourg, you don't get that G sound at the end. That's something I didn't know until like a few years ago.
Yeah, in French we don't pronounce it.
Yeah.
Vous avez l'air pressé, moi aussi, ça tombe bien. Alors vous voulez combien?
Mon frère, moi, c'est 0. Je veux pas d'argent. Je fais des réponses. J'avais dit pas de poli, Juliette.
C'est toi qui nous as volé le collier.
C'est moi qui pose des questions, d'accord?
What did you say? C'est moi qui pose the question? Yeah. That's another really common thing in conversational French. Like, it's me who does this thing, right? C'est vous qui do this other thing. Like, this one time we were in this restaurant and the guy was hesitating between fish or meat or something, and the lady was like, bah, c'est vous qui voyez, hein?
Yeah, I guess it's like really to put an emphasis on who it is about. Like you can say je pose des questions, but that's kind of harsh.
Yeah, c'est moi qui pose des questions, c'est moi qui décide, c'est something like that.
Ok, bouge, à toutes les unités. C'est le
Il s'est barré, chopez-le.
Se barrer means to like leave, but it's vulgar, don't, you know. It sounds really funny though in French.
Yeah.
Se barrer.
So choper is a slang word and it means to catch, but it's also used which
To like
means
pick up.
to pick up, yeah.
To pick up like a woman or man or something.
So it doesn't necessarily means like sexually, but it's like at least like kissing or I don't know.
Yeah, and a lot of times they use a verlan, which is like when you invert part of the word, right? So it choper becomes pécho.
Pécho, ouais. Genre, je l'ai pécho.
Yeah.
Je l'ai pécho.
Yeah. And if you're interested in French slang and you want more of these kinds of everyday things we say in Paris or in France in general, check out our Swearing Like a Parisian ebook. It's full of this stuff.
Mon fils, j'ai honte. Je suis coupable de ce dont on m'accuse. Je voulais t'offrir une vie meilleure. J'ai échoué.
It's interesting you said ce dont.
Je suis coupable de ce dont on m'accuse.
Yeah, and dont it means of which. So ce dont is like that of which they have accused me. Ils ont ce dont t'as besoin. Like, do they have that thing that you need?
Ouais, ils ont ce dont t'as besoin. I guess another way would be to say ils ont ce que tu veux. Ils ont ce que tu veux ou ce que tu cherches.
Yeah, so ce que just means that which. So they have that which you need or like kind of what you need.
You can say ce que t'as besoin.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
You have to use dont, ce dont tu as besoin.
Yeah, because it comes from avoir besoin de.
Yeah.
And then that de becomes dont. It's like of which. Yeah.
Attends, ça, Hassan, ça s'appelle un hasard.
T'es sérieux?
Quoi? 2 fautes d'orthographe et ça y est, il y a un message caché? Tu vas chercher un peu loin, là.
Tu te rends pas compte en fait?
Yeah, it says, ça y est, il y a un message caché.
We use it when we want to say we're done, like ça y est, j'ai fini.
T'as un doute, t'as besoin de réponse, va au bout de ton truc, va voir ce commet. Il est où maintenant?
Il est toujours en prison.
Parfait, demande un parloir.
Il est malade, il bouge plus de sa cellule.
Eh ben...
Je vais me débrouiller autrement.
Se débrouiller is a good word to know. It means to get by or like to manage.
Oh non, 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 non.
Tu m'as dit va au bout. C'est ce que je fais. Tu dois voir ce commet.
Oh, that's another good one. Aller au bout, like to the end, like kind of like finish it. Like en bout is like the end of something, right? I like to say j'étais au bout de ma vie. That one's really funny. Like if I was running and I was like really tired, oh j'étais au bout de ma vie. Like I was at the end of my life. Right? Like I was dying, right?
Yeah, so tired.
Alors, Madame Pellegrini, il y a juste quelque chose qui me chiffonne un peu dans tout ça. On n'avait pas le son, mais à l'image, on avait quand même l'impression que le suspect et vous, vous connaissiez, quoi.
Suis-je mise en cause dans cette affaire?
Mais non, bien sûr,
Non.
pas du tout.
Parce que si c'est le cas, aucun problème. Vous me mettez en garde à vue. Je vous envoie mes avocats et vous êtes mis à pied dans le quart d'heure.
Moi, je suis juste en train de vous demander ce que vous vous êtes dit, le suspect et vous. J'ai le droit quand même.
So that's a good one to know how to say. J'ai le droit is like I have the right. You can say this the other way. Oh, t'as pas le droit. T'as pas le droit.
And quand même, how would you explain that in English?
Like just the same or anyway or.
I still have the right to ask. Like I think that's
Yeah.
kind of what it is.
Yeah, it's like the tone. Yeah.
Et c'est dommage because the subtitles are not perfect.
It's not exactly what they're saying word for word a lot of times.
Yeah, like here they took out the quand même, but sometimes it's like so different. Maybe it's too long or something.
Yeah.
Hé, t'es qui, toi?
See again, you did it. T'es qui toi?
T'es qui?
J'ai brûlé. J'ai brûlé le travail.
Hé, j'ai voulu de me faire rentrer 1000 € de cam. Donc maintenant, c'est toi qui me le dois. Et t'as 3 jours. 3 jours?
Cam means drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could also say c'est ma cam. It's like something that you like a lot.
People can say that about like music. Oh, c'est ma cam, ce son, or stuff like that. Personally, I don't speak like
Yeah,
that.
I don't say that either,
Yeah.
but if you hear it, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Et tu fais quoi là?
Tu vois pas? C'est 2 anagrammes d'Arsène Lupin.
Ça va être quoi après les d'Artagnan, les 3 petits cochons? Vas-y, remets-toi au taf et laisse-nous avancer, s'il te plaît.
Remets-toi au taf. Taf means work. Remettre is like to replace yourself on the job, kind of like get back to work.
Yeah. You could say like remets l'assiette dans le placard. Whatever, you can put the plate back in the cupboard.
Yeah.
Je m'appelle Hassan Diop. Mon père s'appelait Babacar. Diop. Vous étiez en prison ensemble.
C'est pas lui qui avait tiré un collier.
Si. Non.
Say it again. C'est lui qui avait tiré un collier. It's him who had done this thing, right? Who had stolen that necklace.
C'est moi qui parle ou c'est moi
Non, mais
qui
c'est
décide?
lui qui a dit que. Like, yeah.
Yeah. We also forgot to mention that tirer is a slang word to say voler, to steal. But usually tirer means to pull or to shoot a gun, tirer.
Il était seul en cellule. Toujours surveillé. Je l'ai vu qu'une fois parce que je lui ai ramené un bouquin. Comme je passais à la Bible.
Okay, so he said bouquin, which means book. It's a slang way to say book. And then here he says bosser, je bossais à la Bibli. So shortened word for bibliothèque, bibli, right?
Oh, again, yeah.
And then bosser is the slang word for to work. I almost never say travailler. Personally, I would say bosser a lot more.
Yeah, we would say like j'ai du travail,
Ouais.
j'ai du travail, mais je vais aller travailler. Yeah, sometimes I use it.
Go.
Again, an English word, we say allez, go.
Yeah.
Allez, go. Like, okay, it's time to go now.
Sometimes I've even heard on y go.
Oh, yeah, so I guess we would say on y va. The French term would be on y va.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can say on y go. Even j'y go. J'y go. It's informal, but it's not like vulgar or anything like that.
Yeah.
Dumont.
Voyons.
Il s'appelait Dumont. Inspecteur Dumont.
Dumont savait que mon père avait confiance en vous, il s'est servi de ça pour le faire plonger. Pourquoi il a fait ça?
Je sais rien. J'ai longtemps cherché, mais je sais rien.
That's a good one to know. J'en sais rien. It's just like, I don't know anything about that thing that you just mentioned. Because you use that on, it refers back to the thing that we're talking about. So it's kind of like this whole affair, right? J'en sais rien.
Yeah, that's really good actually. We don't hear many students saying that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds kind of funny. I use this in a funny way, like, oh, j'en sais rien.
Yeah.
Je peux te demander un truc. Tu te démerdes comme tu veux. Mais tu fais sourire ma femme.
Yeah, tu te démerdes is really vulgar again.
Yeah, it's a vulgar way of saying se débrouiller.
Exactly, yeah. That would be a more normal and less vulgar thing to say.
Yeah, it means, to get by. But sometimes they'll say this as a command, like, démerde-toi.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but we wouldn't recommend you say that. It's not very polite.
Okay, that's it for this episode. It was really cool, actually. I think it's getting better.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
If you're interested in more conversational French, check out our free e-course at StreetFrench.org.
I think one of our products would be cool for you if you enjoyed learning all that slang. We have an ebook called Swearing Like a Parisian, and we go over a bunch of slang and expressions that French people actually use. And we have a scale of like how vulgar it is, and we like to give context behind every word.
We're also really present on Instagram. We post every day.
And you can support us also on Patreon if you like. No pressure, of course. Okay, see you next time.
Salut.
Bye.